Next question is, everything is consciousness. The consciousness experiences itself as objects. Consciousness experiences itself as consciousness in deep sleep. It's called bliss. Consciousness experiencing itself as objects in the waking state is called happiness. Now, what about consciousness experiencing pain? What is it? Is it also blissful or happiness? So, consciousness experiencing pain, what category it comes into picture? What is it? How is it? So, first thing we have to understand, the pain is different from suffering. Pain is existential as a part of life. Pain is always there as a part of living. But suffering is optional. Suffering is caused by the mind because of illusion superimposed on the present moment. The pain is in the present moment. The mind brings the suffering. So what happens? Let's say there's a pain in the body, or toothache is there. Mind says, I don't want toothache, I don't want Dvesha. So immediately a lot of thoughts will come. Their thought is suffering. The pain itself is a signal from the universe that something has to be done. Some action has to be taken. So during childbirth, there's a pain. The pain tells the mother that something important is happening in your body. Place notice. So pain is a nature's mechanism of raising alarm. Like fire alarm is there. Something important happening, notice it. If there's no pain, what will happen? If there's a cut in the body, injury is there, will start bleeding to death because you don't notice it. There is a movie, there's a disease in the world where the person cannot feel the pain. Their life is very tough. If a small injury is there in the body, they don't notice it because there's no pain. They will bleed to death. There's a movie about a person who has is about to relate to a person who cannot feel the pain. So the person has a lot of difficulty in living life. He cannot feel the pain. Cut also, your surgery can do, no pain felt because that's a body, it's a disease. So then what happened? For going to motion, toilet, you have to feel the pain and pressure in the stomach. He can't feel. Then what he does, he keeps a watch. He keeps an alarm. At 7 o'clock, I have to go to toilet. Then he cannot feel the hunger also. Because body has no mechanism to feel these symptoms. Then hunger also, at 6 o'clock, I have to take milk. You have to keep an alarm. So if you are not able to feel pain, some important aspects of our life cannot be covered. We cannot function. The pain is an important part of our living because pain says do something about it. It's an alarm signal. Pain is existential. Suffering is optional. We convert the pain into suffering. 10 years back, somebody called me a donkey. Last 10 years, I remember him, curse him in mind, and created that pain into suffering. 10 years he was not there. 10 years my mind created suffering for me. Enlightenment is not coming out of pain. Enlightenment is coming out of suffering. Not repeating mentally the same movies and getting rid of suffering. That's called enlightenment. So the superimposition by the mind and illusion created by mind, you have to come out. But pain itself, you can't come out. If you come out of the pain, then some functioning of the body becomes very difficult. Like hunger, going to motion, childbirth, all become difficult. Is this clear? So enlightenment is coming out of suffering, not come from pain. Suffering is past getting superimposed on the present moment. Let us take the example of pain. Now, is pain suffering for all? Not for a Gnani. Pain is blissful for some Gnanis also. That's another challenge. So what happens? There was in Kerala, in Coimbatore, Amritanandamaya Ashram. I heard a story. Near Amritanandamaya Ashram, one Avaduta lived. Avaduta is a Gnani. One day, the Avaduta wanted to end his life. He takes barbed wire with the thorn, and wraps around his body, punches the body at many places for that bleeding to death. He wants to leave the body. He is no longer a body. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect. Nanembudu nanalla, ideha manabuddhi nanalla, Sachidanandatma Shivanannane, Shivoham. I'm pure consciousness. The body has become old. No longer body is a old vehicle is required. He wanted to leave the body by puncturing the body. Then people in the Amritanandamaya school goes and tries to take him to hospital. He says no. Food, they try to give it water. He takes the water. But in that pain, he is blissful. He says Anandam, Ananda. Pain is Ananda, bliss. So the pain can be bliss, or pain can be suffering. How the pain becomes bliss? So if there's a pain in the body, let's say there's a puncturing here, it touches the nerves. At the nerve level, at the cellular level, there's a raga and desha arises. I like this, I don't like this. Body has to decide what I like or don't like, because otherwise you cannot leave. I don't want the raga, desha will come at the physical level in the pain. So now if you are able to observe that raga, desha at the physical level, you become free from the raga, desha at the physical level. So then what about the pain? You become neutral to the pain. No raga, no desha will arise. If the raga and desha arises at the cellular level, then a lot of thoughts will start coming, mental level. Oh, I don't want this raga. Tomorrow also will be a problem. Day after tomorrow will be a problem. What do I do? The mind creates a past and future. Raga, desha comes in the present moment. For a present moment stimuli. Mind creates the past imagery and creates a suffering. So raga, desha starts with raga, desha, ends up in suffering, the pain. Are we getting the sequence? So in Vipassana, a practice called Vipassana meditation, you observe the body continuously, try to bring equanimity at the raga, dvesha level, at the cellular level. Become free from the raga, dvesha at the cellular level. A very advanced Vipassana practitioners are able to withstand severe pains blissfully. If you search internet, there's a Vietnamese monk. Vietnam is invaded by foreigners. As a protest, Vietnamese monk does a protest. What it does is he goes and pours petrol on his body, lights a matchstick in front of the embassy, burns himself. No sign of anything. He is blissfully aware of the body. Blissfully, there's no raga, dvesha arising in his body. Mind. No suffering because I'm leaving the body. And pain is bliss because he is able to no raga, dvesha appearing at the body level. You can search for the Vietnamese monk sacrificing the internet. Vipassana. It's the power of Vipassana. So basically, a Sthita Prajna, an enlightened one, has these qualities. Dukeshu, Anudignamanaha, Sukeshu, Vigataspraha, Vita Raga, Bhaya-Krodha, Sthitadi Muniruchate. So Raga, Bhaya, Krodha. Raga, Desha, Bhaya, Krodha. They come in sequence. Bhaya is fear. Energy of fear arises. When raga and dvesha is there, energy of fear can come up. Krodha, anger can arise because of raga dvesha. Raga dvesha is primary. Vita raga. Raga is free from raga, means raga and dvesha. Attraction, repulsion. Bhaya krodha. Fear also will go, anger also will go. Anger energy and fear energy will go. Dukkeshu anudigmanaha. This is actually dukkha. This sorrowful situation and joyful situation. It doesn't get affected because mind does not create impressions based on the past. Past impressions are not coming to the present moment. The present moment reality is accepted as it is. That's called surrender or acceptance. So he lives with equanimity. So basically, at the body level, pain, raga, dvesha, we should be able to overcome. What happened in case of us? See, some people, even if you put a pick a pin, they will start shouting as if the world has fallen. Ayo, ayo, ayo. You cry. What is happening to this person? We don't understand. Even a small pinprick, they start crying, shouting because mind is creating illusion. The pinprick has become big in the mind. Mind blows up. Pinprick is there. Raga dvesha comes at the body level. Mental level, thoughts will come, images will come, and blood will get blasted with so many things. He'll get panicky. Panic mode will go. People go into panic mode. Palpitation also will go just because of small injury to the body. Mind is magnifying that. So understand, mind is pinprick is a small thing. The small thing, if raga dvesha is not there, you are able to observe it without panic. Mind doesn't do anything. But that whole thing, raga dvesha, I don't want this pain. I don't want pain. Raga dvesha. I don't want this. Mind will brings hundreds of stories. What happened to me? Oh, this pinprick is there. Tomorrow this will become cancer. I'll die. So many stories will create and converts into suffering. So a small pinprick has been converted to big suffering in life. Not only you suffer, make other people also suffer. Understand? So they have done a study on phobias. Phobia means fear. So there are people of fear of falling. It's like high-rise building, they have fear of falling. Then people have a phobia of going in the lift. In the lift, they'll feel, oh, they're terrified. People don't go in lift, they'll go staircase also. Claustrophobia. Then people have a fear of dark room. People have, of all the creatures, a cockroach fear. Cockroach. Understand? Looking at the cockroach, people go to panic mode. Oh, something happened. What happened to this thing? Scientists have observed what is happening to cockroach. A cockroach is such a small, tiny little creature. Okay, sense organs, I see it. But raga dvesha comes. I don't like this. I don't want this. The mind blows up. This small cockroach becomes like a big thing in their mind. It gets blown up. And it creates a lot of memories it will bring in. Unpleasant memories. They get into panic mode. So the mind is mana eva karanam manushanam bandha moksheho. Mind alone is the cause of bondage and liberation. If you are able to live in the present moment without raga dvesha, your mind is free. Otherwise, mind will create hundreds of stories, will create a panic attack, phobia, everything else. Illusion. Are you living the reality or are you living in the illusion? Illusion is past memories coming and clouding the present moment. Reality is experiencing life as it is in the present moment. So this is about pain, I said. Pain is like this. For a people, pinprick is a pain. But there are soldiers in the Kargil war. There was one soldier who had taken 12 bullets in the body. With the 12 bullets, you're still able to go and fight the enemy and destroy a bunker there. He died. But with 12 bullets also, he is able to withstand the pain. Then we have heard of the pain, labor pain. Women go through very difficult pain in the childbirth. Is labor pain normal? Not necessarily. Labor pain, about the childbirth, women have a fear from the childhood. hearing from social media, hearing from society, seeing the parents and all. So pain is fearful, labor is painful. That memory is already gone into their consciousness. They are programmed for suffering during pain, labor pain. Scientists have found, researchers have found, there are some villages in tribal areas. What happens there? Women get pregnant. They work till last moment of childbirth. And when the time of childbirth, they will go to one hut. They will deliver a baby and come out. No pain. What happened? For them, the pain consciousness has gone into, pain consciousness is not embedded. Their program is not pain consciousness. So the mind is not programmed for recognizing pain. There's no pain for the childbirth. For a soldier, 10 bullets are there, still he is able to ignore. For a person who is Advaita, I told you, pain becomes bliss. So what happens in the pain? Pain, an external object makes a contact with the body or some event happens in the body. The first experience is nameless experience. Nameless experience, there's a oneness of the object. It may be a bullet or it may be a blade. Oneness experience is there, nameless experience. Then the naming comes, raga desha comes. I don't like this, I like this. Then stories come from the mind. Then the pain gets magnified. If you are able to stop the stories at raga dvesha level, not raga dvesha, you become witness of that, the mind doesn't blow out. For a soldier, he is able to withstand because his mind is completely focused on winning the war of enemy, dedicated to my country. So what happens is pain is there in the body, but mind is serving the country. The pain gets ignored. That's happened in case of Ramana Maharshi. Ramana Maharshi went to Tiruvannamalai ashram and he sat, he went to Tiruvannamalai as a young boy of 16 years. He sat for meditation. His body was punctured with thousands of mosquitoes. The whole half his back was eaten away by mosquitoes. But Ramana Maharshi is sitting silently. Then people ask Ramana Maharshi, how did you manage to do that? Ramana Maharshi says, my mind was absorbed in blissful Brahman. When your mind is engaged with the blissful Brahman, the pain of the body is no pain, only bliss is there. Ultimately, it makes the mind makes the pain of the main pain becomes unbearable or panic, depending on the nature of the mind. If the mind is focused on higher, like in case of soldier, his mind is focused on working for the country, the pain gets ignored in the body. Bullets get ignored. Ramana Maharshi's body's pain gets ignored because he is focused on Brahman. The same thing you can also experience in your life. You are doing something very nice work. There may be headache, you'll ignore. But the moment work gets over, mind goes to headache. The moment attention goes to headache, I don't want this, I don't want this. Raga Desha comes and it gets blown. So pain, is it blissful? Any experience of pain is nameless experience first. The moment it gets named, the pain becomes unbearable or panic or extreme. Did I answer the question? Anybody has a question on Zoom? Lalita, Narsimurthy, Satyavati, Anupama.
Illa Guruji, question illa. You have spoken about this even in that another top pain and hurts in life. How
okay.
Pain,
optional. Yeah. Pain is bliss if you are absorbed in Brahman.
So for only when that BMI is disidentified or transcendence happens. So even if there is a pain, he doesn't identify with it. A pain ide illa antalla. You give that example, Ramana Maharshi. Is there a pain in the body? Yes, it is there. He says, not for me anta.
Not for me. What is the question?
That you read in this Raga
Desha. So, anybody has any questions? Satyavati, Narsimurthy?
Prabhuji, thank you very much.
Lalita? Okay. If there are no questions, we'll close for the day. Hari Om will be. Raga Dvesha starts at cellular level. Because, let's say in deep, a mosquito comes and bites your body. You are not fully conscious. The body has to decide, is it safe or not for me? Cells have to decide.
Yes.
Immediately, you go to like this, you're not conscious. It doesn't go to consciousness also. So Raga Dvesha appears there. I don't like this. It has to be eliminated. The body will move and hit the mosquito. Even in semi-conscious state, you have to protect your body. That's why Raga Dvesha has to be cellular level also. At mental level, it's there. At cellular level also, Raga Dvesha is there.
Okay.
Okay. A cellular level Raga Dvesha, example I'll give you. You take a cup of, let's say you drink. Vomiting you do. This is not comfortable because at taste level, it is already Raga Dvesha has come.
Correct.
Advaita. When you go to environment, you what smell? At smell level, Raga Dvesha has come.
Correct. It's instinctive.
It's instinctive. Then it will become mental level Raga Dvesha. Then it will become thoughts. Then it will blow up. This whole story, big story comes up. Right? Okay, let's say you want to buy a dress. You touch it. What a nice dress. Raga. Okay. And you touch, let's say, something else. Wow, I don't like this. So, even when it goes to the mental level, before that, a pre-mental level, this Raga Dvesha is there.
So, at sensory level.
At the sensory level.
Okay. Got it, Prabhuji.
This is taken, you can call as Para Pashyanti Madhyami Vaikari. At Pashyanti level, Pashyanti is just at the sensory level. Pashyanti at cellular level. Para is at Chitta. Pashyanti at cellular level.
Okay.
Madhyami Vaikari at mental level.
Okay.
So we should be able to recognize Raga Dvesha at the cellular level. That's the message.
Got it, Prabhuji. Subtler and subtler.
Oh, the question was, the tribal women don't have Raga Dvesha at cellular level. What happens to the tribal woman? First of all, they don't have a mental level concept that the childbirth is painful because they have not heard of the childbirth, they pain at the childbirth. The social conditioning is not at the mental level. Okay? The social conditioning actually increases the cellular level experience. Cellular level experience, the childbirth may be a little uncomfortable for them, not very painful.
So that has no Raga Dvesha.
Raga Dvesha may be there, but very light, mild, not very extreme Raga Dvesha. Painful, pain. Pain is there.
So if you don't hear anything, there won't be pain also. Like death also you say.
So please understand, we live in a conditioned mind, a collective. We live in a Maya. The collective consciousness conditions us. Okay. For the tribal woman, the collective consciousness of tribal, the child is painless. Childbirth is painless. That's the collective consciousness of child woman. I've heard in some areas of Himalayas, people live up to 130, 140 years. They don't, in that region, they have not heard of cancer. They have not heard of disease. They have not heard of premature death. Nobody dying before the age of 110. The consciousness is conditioned to believe that life at the age of 150 is natural. Whereas we live in a society where we are conditioned to believe that death can approach at any point of time, heart attack can happen. That actually causes mind creating the condition of the body. Almost all the diseases today are called psychosomatics. Means mind creating a disease on the body. Our mind is cause of bondage and liberation. Mana eva karanam bandha anushanam bandha mokshayo. The conditioning of the mind can create anything in our life. Become free from conditioning. That's called enlightenment. Any questions?
So this is understood, conditioning. But at the cellular level, what you said was, Guruji, it is for instinctive and for the protection. Like say, if we take single-celled amoeba, How did it start? There was no impression, there was no conditioning.
Yeah. It's
So
survival.
instinctive and protection, that is the answer for that.
Yeah. It's survival.
Survival.
But even the instinctive level, you can overcome through awareness.
That's what. But as the evolution happens at the mental level, conditioning will be so strong. But for answering that question, because in yesterday's AVSC, this question actually did come up.
Okay.
How come that amoeba has a raga and dvesha anta? So instinctive, survival instinct and the protection of the okay. Thank you.
Right. Finally, with awareness, with mindfulness, with viveka, you can overcome all the suffering, even cellular level, raga dvesha. Ramana Maharshi has overcome cellular level raga dvesha. The Vipassana meditator in Vietnam overcome raga dvesha at cellular level. There are multiple levels of raga dvesha: mental level, cellular level, sensory level. So gradually you have to become free from raga dvesha. That is the crux of enlightenment. Is it clear to all? Any questions? If there are no questions, we'll close for the day. It's lunchtime. Hari Om. We have cellular level vasanas also. Vasanas at cellular level. They are required for protection of the body. That comes from lower life like amoeba. When amoeba sees some threat to the body, threat to itself, it has to move. Raga dvesha is developed at even the cellular level. Our body requires a raga dvesha at cellular level. Suppose a mosquito sits on our body in the night, the body has to be protected because our mind is unconscious state. So automatically raga dvesha comes. I don't like this. On the other hand, will go and hit the mosquito for survival. So the awareness or consciousness operates. Consciousness is always operative, even in the deep sleep. So there also raga dvesha comes. So people through practice like Vipassana or meditation, they are able to come out of raga dvesha at cellular level. The soldiers or kshatriyas are trained for that, withstand the pain. And meditators are trained, or spiritual seekers have to be trained themselves for withstanding the pain. It's called titiksha. So in way there's a shit sampadish: shama, dama, titiksha, uparadi, shraddha, samadhana, mumukshutva. Out of the titiksha is called third one: shama, dama, titiksha. Titiksha means the ability to withstand the pain and pleasure. So what will happen? For meditation, you have to sit for long hours. The body pain will start. The mind will get diverted. Raga dvesha will come. Mind will get agitated. Because body does not cooperate, mind will start mind starts fighting. If the body, at the body level, if the pain is ignored or doesn't become raga dvesha, the mind also will be calm. That's what happened to Ramana Maharshi. He was sitting for meditation, mosquitoes come and bite. No raga dvesha is there. The mind is calm. So the ability to withstand the pain or raga dvesha at physical level is one important aspect of spiritual journey called titiksha, ability to withstand pain and pleasure. In yoga, they have a concept called asana siddhi. In any posture, you get a siddhi. Say, for example, first day yoga you start, all parts of the body will be paining. I can't bend my body. Every part of the body starts paining. Because the body is resisting, raga dvesha is coming at cellular level. But you practice a couple of days, the body starts cooperating. Raga dvesha practice means you are saying ignore this. Once you are able to ignore, body says, okay, I will ignore. So gradually your any bending will be easier. The raga dvesha at the physical level starts coming down after a couple of days of exercise. But initially it will give a lot of trouble. So we can train our body and our mind to be free from raga dvesha. It's a training. You can be free. That's why yoga, it said that if you are able to do a yoga posture for 12 minutes, hold the yoga posture for 12 minutes, most of the bodily impressions are gone. Chitta gets cleaned up at the physical level. So titiksha is an important aspect of six shat sampati. Shama, dama, titiksha, uprati, shatta. Titiksha is important because I should be able to sit for meditation continuously without disturbance for longer time. Body should not disturb my mind. That's the concept of titiksha.